What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and today we are back in the office for Microbrand Monday. Now, guys, we're taking a look at an RZE watch? Ryza? I've heard it said both ways. You guys are going to correct me in the comment section anyway, but I'm just going to say Ryza. Okay, this is a microbrand watchmaker we've taken a look at already in the past, but today we have their newest offering, the Ryza Fortitude NightHawk. It is 2:49 p.m. Let's get down to business. Okie dokie, so at the time of filming, this watch comes in at $499, just under that $500 price point. And you can see this is an attempt at a pilot's watch, right? The aesthetic is totally there. Dark dial, broad, bright handset, everything you need, nothing you don't, oversized crown. This is just, you know, a modern take on a pilot's watch. Now, speaking of the aesthetic and the design, if we zoom in on the bezel, you see some serrations there. Now, this is a fixed bezel. It's not like it actuates anything, but this kind of serrated look reminds me almost exactly of the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot. And according to Ryza on their website, it says that this design is inspired by jet turbines, which is really interesting because that's exactly what Oris says about their serrated bezel design. Maybe some parallel thinking going on there, huh, Ryza? But all jokes aside, let's take a look at the specs. This is not your everyday stainless steel pilot's watch. No. This is solid titanium with ultra hex coating, so some added scratch resistance there. Speaking of resistance, this has anti-magnetic cage, so you're getting some, dare I say, Milgauss properties there, without the Milgauss price tag, of course. This watch is powered by the Seiko Instruments NH35 automatic movement, hacking, hand wind, date complication, workhorse movement. Need I say more? You're getting a threaded crown with a 100-meter water resistance rating. You are getting Swiss Superluminova BGW9 blue-toned lume. We're going to talk about that a little more in a moment. Sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the underside. The bracelet is also solid titanium with ultra hex coating. However, the clasp is a 316L stainless steel titanium coated clasp. So little deviation there. Okay, so now that we know the specs, let's go ahead and roll into the pros and cons. The pros, the biggest one I see is that that textured kind of sandwich dial gives a really nice dynamic look to this watch without it being too much, right? It's not super busy, still simple, but still fun and interesting to look at. Another pro is one that I don't think I would have ever thought I would say, which is the circular date window. I typically despise circular date windows. That's usually the first thing I complain about when I see one on a watch, but for some reason, Ryza pulled it off very nicely with this watch, and that dark date wheel just works perfectly. Nothing sticks out like a sore thumb. Everything looks very clean, prim, proper, and deliberate. The next pro is that oversized crown. Again, it's not an onion crown that you would typically see on more classic Flieger watches, but this is kind of a modern take on a pilot's watch, so you're getting that big crown. But I don't want to say Big Crown Pro Pilot because no, it's a different company, guys. And the final pro would be that this watch feels very light, but not weak or cheap. That titanium is just very impressive. It's something different, not your everyday stainless steel sports watch. Moving into the cons. Now, the first con might be kind of a controversial one, and it might just be because I'm a watch reviewer and my whole life revolves around watches, but NH35, kind of sick of it. Kind of boring. I get it, super cost effective and a great movement. I'm just sick of seeing them. The next con would have to be that parallel thinking with Oris, okay? This is a modern sports watch. You're getting that oversized crown, the case shape, and then when you add that serrated bezel stating that it's inspired by jet turbines, literally exactly what Oris says, and Oris came first with that design, so gonna have to ding you on that one. And much like the Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot, this watch's lume, equally dim. That's right, my Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot's loom was terrible, and I think it used the same loom, the BGW9. This watch, the loom, bad, which is a huge bummer because that big, broad handset, you'd expect it to glow very vibrantly, but that's not the case, unfortunately. I've noticed BGW9 in most applications does not shine well. So here's my conclusion, okay? For just under 500 bucks, the specs are incredible with this watch. It's a very functional, handsome piece. It's a pilot's watch you won't have to baby, and you're getting a really interesting material. So if you're interested in getting a pilot's watch and something that you could literally wear every day, feel solid, not cumbersome, thanks to that titanium, yeah, check out this Fortitude. And again, this colorway, this dial variant, I should say, is known as the NightHawk. But guys, let me know what you think about this Ryza. Thank you for hanging out with me on this newest installment of Micro Brand Monday. I think this should be coming out before the holidays, but if not, if you're watching this after the holidays, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Hanukkah ended very recently, but whatever you celebrate, I hope you enjoy yourself. All right, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.